Because the greatest villains aren't frightening because they're powerful. They're frightening because you understand how they became what they are. If you'd asked me a year ago, what DC movie are you least excited about? The answer would have been easy. Clayface. Not Batman, not Superman, not Supergirl. Clayface. And honestly, I probably would have laughed, because like many casual DC fans, I didn't really know much about the character. In my head, Clayface was just a monster. Some giant clay creature that Batman occasionally punched in the face. So when Warner Brothers announced they were making an entire movie centered around him, my first reaction was, why? Out of every DC character they could have chosen, out of Green Arrow, Deathstroke, the Court of Owls, Nightwing, Lobo, even a Mr. Freeze origin story, they chose Clayface? It genuinely made no sense to me. And then there was something else. At the time, I assumed this was another James Gunn project. Now, those of you who followed this channel already know I've never been the biggest James Gunn fan. So naturally, when I heard Clayface and DCU, I immediately assumed we were getting another colorful superhero adventure with the occasional emotional speech thrown in. I couldn't have been more wrong. Instead, within about 30 seconds, I found myself sitting forward in my chair, because this didn't feel like a superhero movie at all. It felt uneasy. The lighting was darker. The music was haunting. The cinematography immediately reminded me more of a psychological thriller than a comic book blockbuster. There was tension, mystery, an atmosphere that felt genuinely unsettling. For the first time, I found myself thinking, hang on, what exactly is this movie? Because whatever it was, it certainly wasn't what I'd expected. It looked darker, more emotional, more unsettling. It wasn't trying to convince me this was the biggest superhero spectacle ever made. Instead, it looked like it wanted me to care about the man before he became the monster. And that's exactly the kind of storytelling DC needs right now. It's dark, it's violent, it's emotional, and underneath all the action, it's really about loss. Watching Clayface, I got those same vibes. Not because the stories are identical, but because they both seem interested in asking the same question. What happens when someone loses not only the life they once had, but their very identity? That's much more compelling than simply asking, who's stronger, or who wins the final fight? It's psychological, it's tragic, and judging by this trailer, that's exactly the direction Clayface seems to be heading.